So it is already episode number 50. Yes, 50 episodes already of the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise mode here on Madden 23. And before we get into this matchup this week against the Cincinnati Bengals, I want to thank all of y'all for watching the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise mode so far. 50 episodes is a lot, and thank y'all for sticking with the series so far. But we've got a huge Week 11 matchup between the 6-3 Pittsburgh Steelers and the 8-2 Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the first matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals was contested earlier on in the season. The Bengals got the upper hand in that game one, and for the Steelers last week, an absolutely embarrassing performance, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, against the Cleveland Browns, going to First Energy Stadium and just getting completely blown out on the road. But now for the Steelers, they look to regroup with this road game against the Bengals, a home matchup in back-to-back weeks against both the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. And then week 14 going on over to MetLife to take on the New York Football Giants. But we got to just focus on the task ahead, which of course is the Cincinnati Bengals. And folks, if you have not yet, make sure that subscribe button down below for more Madden 23 here on the channel as we get into this matchup here in Ohio. And starting with the football, it will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here comes Tua Tagovailoa. So far this year, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 2,628 passing yards. It'll be a 3rd and 7 for Tagovailoa out the empty gun, looking Tua is right, going for NFL young boy. He's got George Pickens down to the 45 after a gain of 17. Now a 3rd and 6 for the Steelers offense. Tagovailoa going to step up, and he is going to throw to Najee Harris in the Texas route. Harris going to pick up 9 yards to the 40. In comes now a 3rd and 5, another 3rd down for the Steelers. Another empty gun set, and Tagovailoa is going to find Deontay Johnson, but he's inches short of the 1st down marker, so we're going to go for it. 4th and inches, handoff going to Najee Harris, and we've got it. Harris for plenty on that 4th down carry, and the Steelers have now got it down to the Cincinnati 14-yard line. 2nd and 4, Tagovailoa from under center, handoff again. Harris has got yet another 1st down, working his way to the 2. It's a 1st and goal opportunity for Pittsburgh. Will keep it on the ground to Harris yet again. He cuts back, and Najee Harris is in the end zone. It will now be 7-0 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, thanks to that tremendous first drive coming out the start here. So now Cincinnati gets it from the 18-yard line. It will be a 3rd and 8 for Joe Shiesty, looking to throw. Burrow got time in the pocket, looks over the top. He's got his receiver for the 1st down to the 45-yard line. Big play right there for this Bengals offense. 3rd and 1, Burrow from under center, looking to throw to his left. He's going to his all-pro wideout in Jamar Chase. Chase has got the Bengals to the 35-yard line. Here comes the 1st and 10 for Burrow in the offense, dropping back. Joe Shiesty looking to his left. Another good ball, but Minkah Fitzpatrick's going to knock it out, and Devin Bush picks it up. Paris Campbell with the catch, and then the fumble, and the Steelers will take over from the 38. The defense shows up yet again, and I've lowered the sliders on fumbles, but I mean, it's still gonna happen like that. Anyways, Pittsburgh gets the ball back on a 1st and 10. We're gonna take a shot downfield. Jalen Waddle's too quick. Waddle all the way down to the 6-yard line as the Steelers burn everybody over the top. It will be a 2nd going out from the 3. Tagovailoa is going to pitch it to his left to Najee Harris. The halfback toss seems like it never works in this game until now. Najee Harris has got his 2nd rushing touchdown. It is 14-0 for Pittsburgh, with Cincinnati getting the football back from the 21-yard line. Joe Burrow looks to his left. Oh, barely getting it to Paris Campbell. He'll eat yet another huge hit by Minkah Fitzpatrick. This time, though, he holds on to the football. It'll be a 2nd and 3 for Burrow. He's going to keep on a play action, but Alex Highsmith blows it all up. Huge play for Highsmith to close the 1st quarter, as it's been all Steelers so far. 14-0 going into the 2nd quarter. The Bengals start off the 2nd quarter with a 3rd and 12 after the Highsmith sack, and Burrow will look to throw over the middle. I mean, he'll complete that one to Paris Campbell, but it's only a gain of 5, and Pittsburgh with the football back after a Bengals punt. So a 3rd and 11 from the 17-yard line. Tagovailoa going to his left, looking to run. No, he's going to throw at the last second, and he will find Pat Freiermuth leaking to the outside. Huge gain of 19 right there, keeping the drive alive for the Steelers offense. Tagovailoa now on a 2nd and 10 will find Jalen Waddle over the middle, the former Dolphins connection for the 1st, down to the 45, and Tagovailoa now with 137 passing yards, still only in the 2nd quarter, going back to Jalen Waddle, got him again, finding the soft points of this Bengals zone. Tagovailoa to Waddle, and now it's a 2nd and 5 from the 13-yard line. Tua goes on a screen to Najee Harris. There's no one upfield. Najee Harris is going to get all the way in. It's his 3rd touchdown of the game. 1st receiving, it will be his 3rd in total after the 2 rushing, and Najee Harris and the Pittsburgh Steelers have gone up 21-0. pure domination so far in Cincinnati against the first place in the AFC Cincinnati Bengals. Cincy will hand the football off though on that second down, and they're going to give it to Joe Mixon, and they'll probably have to do that a lot more if they're going to want any success going forward in this game, even though on that play, completely was AFK, was not guarding anybody with Myles Jack. Burrow's going to swing it to his right, getting it to Mixon for the first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 37. Burrow drops back. He's got all day in the pocket, and I mean, seriously, all day. We're only rushing 3, and I mean, he'll have all century to throw the football right there, and he'll get it to Jamar Chase down to the 7-yard line after a pickup of 30 yards. For the Bengals, pretty easy to complete passes when you have all day in the pocket to throw, but it's a 2nd and goal for Burrow, dropping back, and he'll look to his right, and he will get it. Going to his tight end, Allen Kellum. Kellum makes it a 21-7 game with that touchdown. It's a 14-point contest as Cincinnati will now kick it back away to the Steelers. Evan McPherson going to boot it to Calvin Austin III. And Austin with the return, you know there's only a couple things that can happen here, and that's one of them. Yeah. Austin fumbles, and Cam Taylor-Britt on the scoop and score picks it up and runs it all in the end zone. So we had a 21-0 game for the Steelers before that Bengals touchdown. They scored 21-7, okay, but then Austin fumbles and it gets returned for a touchdown. It's a 7-point game somehow going to the second. And the Bengals start with the football. So again, we were in total domination, total control of this game, but now the Bengals are over midfield and are 45 yards away from tying this football game up. So on the catcher there is Quintez Cephas. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Joe Burrow, looking to his right. That ball is left up in the air for a while. Burrow hits, he throws, and Terrell Edmonds is going to pick that one off. Burrow left that one up for the taking, and Terrell Edmonds will take advantage. The Steelers take over from the 29-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 handoff to Najee Harris. Look at the run right there. Harris for a huge gain down to the 46-yard line. He's got 13 carries for 68 yards and 3 touchdowns if you include the receiving one. Here comes the 2nd and 10 for Tagovailoa. Hit as he throws, but he gets it off to Deontay Johnson, and pretty much most of the Pittsburgh receiving corps having their way so far in this game. It'll be a 3rd and 6 now from the 20, officially in the red zone for Tagovailoa. Going to throw it to his left to Najee. Of course, that's going to go nowhere. Harris is down the 19-yard line. It will be a 4th and 5, and we will kick the field goal from 36 yards out. Boswell from the left hash. It is up, and it is good. So a 24-14 lead now for the Steelers, with the Bengals getting the football back from the 31-yard line. It's a 2nd and 4 handoff going to Joe Mixon. He's got blocking upfield, and Joe Mixon with one run might be off the races. Yes, he is. Mixon goes 69 yards to the house. Only took one stiff arm to get that separation away from the Steelers defense, and the Bengals have made this a 3-point game, and now Pittsburgh faces a 3rd and 16 from their own 21. Tagovailoa gets it to Deontay Johnson, but Johnson is short of the 1st down marker by a yard. So we're going to go for it from our own 36, 4th and 1 handoff. Najee's got it. Flag, though, is down on the play. And it will be on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It will be a hold by the 2nd-year man in Eric Gobert. So we're going to have to punt it back to Cincinnati. They got it on a 3rd and inches from the 33-yard line. They're going to capitalize, and it's been all Joe Mixon in this 3rd quarter. He's only got 8 carries, but he's ran for 123 yards, and of course that huge touchdown run. It's a 1st and 10. Who else? They go to Joe Mixon on the circle route. Mixon for a gain right there of about 18 yards down to the 35-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. They give it back to Mixon. He runs right over TJ Watt, and Mixon with another 1st. Down to the 25-yard line. It's a 3rd and 12 though with 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Here comes Burrow looking in the pocket. Drop back. Matthew Ioannidis pops the football out and gets the sack. And it's recovered by the Steelers. TJ Watt jumps on it. Pittsburgh catches a break as we go into the 4th, up by a 3-hour score, 24-21. For the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's do it. 3rd and 10 for Pittsburgh from their own 38-yard line. Tagovailoa out the gun looking for Jalen Waddle. Waddle catches the football, but it's only a gain of 5. So the Bengals do indeed get back on a 3rd and 1. Burrow looking to throw. Surprised they're not just giving the ball to Joe Mixon here, because I mean that seems like the obvious choice. Okay, never mind. Over the top, Paris Campbell with a huge gain deep now into Pittsburgh territory to the 42-yard line. Sets up for a 3rd and 3. Burrow out the gun looking to throw. Can just check it down right there, and there you have it. I mean, the Steelers are playing really soft zone. Burrow's going to exploit that. He finds Joe Mixon. It's now a 2nd and 3 from the 22. Burrow going to the tight end, and Kellum down to the 8. 3-point game, 1st and goal for Cincinnati. Now it's 2nd down. Burrow drops back, looks to throw, and down he goes around the edge. Cooper gets to him, and it'll be a 3rd and goal for Joe Burrow. Out the empty gun, Joe Shiesty looking to get rid of the football. He's got time now. He doesn't. Burrow gonna let one fly out of bounds. And Evan McPherson will now come out to try to tie this game up at 24 from 28 yards out. It's right down the middle, and it's good. So a tie game with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. This is where legends are made. Here comes Tua Tagovailoa. Gonna lob one up. Jalen Waddle's got it. I mean, it's an underthrow, but we'll take it. Tua's now surpassed that 300-yard mark here on a 1st and 10. We give it to Najee Harris. Good call right there. Harris going to pick up a gain of about 9. Give him 8. It'll be a 2nd and 1. Tua play action fake. He'll keep on the 2nd and short instead. Just dump it off to Najee Harris. We'll pick up a 1st down through the air down to the Cincinnati 32. Gotta keep an eye on the clock. 3 minutes to go. Tagovailoa drops back from under center. He's gonna find Jalen Waddle on the return route. Look at Waddle go to the outside. All that speed takes him down to the 4 for a goal to go opportunity. 2nd goal from the 2. Tua gonna hand it off in the I form. Gives it to Najee. He'll plow his way through. It's Harris's 4th touchdown of the game. Every single point score is because of Najee Harris here tonight. It's 31-24, but here come the Bengals with 95 seconds to play. Burrow over the middle, 1st down. It is going to be the tight end and Kellum down to the 46. Burrow's over 300. 3rd and 6 now for Cincinnati. Again, Burrow to his right, ball is caught, but I mean, it's a gain of 2. Huge 4th and 4. Burrow looking to throw. He's in the pocket. Joe Burrow has got his receiver. Paris Campbell 1st down. Keep the drive and the game alive. Down to the 23-yard line, Cincinnati's officially used their 1st time out. It's a 1st and 10 for Burrow. Look and throw to his left. Oh, he leaves one up, but it's caught. Minka can't do anything about it, and the Bengals have got it to the 7. 1st and goal for Burrow. 23 seconds to go. Play action fake. Looking to throw in the middle. Oh, ball's picked off. Miles Jack with the alert. He baited Burrow like he was pass rushing, and instead he'll pick that one off. He gets to it before Paris Campbell does, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will win on the road in a dogfight. They'll win it by 7, 31-24. They are victorious here in this encounter against the Cincinnati Bengals, and they have drawn ever so closely back to 1st place here in the AFC North. Now, I don't know entirely how the tiebreaker works. Unfortunately, I think it will go to the Bengals since we did have that loss against Cleveland. And of course, the 2nd tiebreaker after head-to-head for a division title is your division record. So I think the Bengals will still have that tiebreaker, but we still have a lot of football left to play in this season. I mean, hell, we just got done with week 11. So we still have, 7 more games to make up 1 game here on Cincinnati. We should be fine. Just got to do our thing, and hopefully we can go out there and win this AFC North. So the Steelers are victorious 31-24 here on the road against the Bengals, as of course next week we'll look to that matchup back at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. So folks, thank you all for watching episode number 50 of the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise mode here on Madden 23. If you haven't yet though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to like if you are enjoying the series so far. Thank you for watching, and Mamba forever.